I just came across this at the very start of this video. Kissimmee, Florida. Oh, it's a javelin right off the bat. And look at this right after it. It says AMX 390. That's a 70 right there. How cool is that to start the video?
This was our body shop.
Oh, really?
We had an AMX in there, 343 4-speed car. It had a rebuilt motor. These guys came, three brothers came, one from Maine, one from Maryland, and one from Florida. They came together, construction background, all of them, and they dismantled our roof because it was unsafe. They dismantled the whole roof to get that AMX out of here.
Wow.
And it took them one weekend. I got several trucks. There's a 70 Ford Ranger. That's a Dodge.
The one of the old ones were just the cylinder that comes out of the ground. Yeah, they don't make those anymore.
Yeah, okay. This was Barry Goldwater's AMX. He had this car. His history with cars, he had a Barris Custom Jaguar, then he had a 55 T-Bird, then he had a split window Corvette, and then he bought this AMX new. And he altered it so many times, he did different things. There was one page, one snapshot in time, when he had altered the car and done 60 different things to it. But whatever the latest technology was, whether it was a third light or even a cell phone, before anybody ever had cell phones, he had a cell phone in his car. He had gauges out of fighter airplanes. He had like a exhaust temperature gauge. He had a wind speed indicator. He even had an altimeter. And when we bought it from his grandson, I had heard that Goldwater had a stroke, and I found out he wasn't. You know, I figured when they announced on the radio that he had a stroke because it made national news. And,
oh yeah, that stuff is still in there.
Yeah. It made national news when he had a stroke. So I called up his office in Scottsdale and said, yeah, we're winding down, we're closing this office. And we think he's giving the car to his grandson. So we called through his mother, we called his grandson. And over a period of about a month, we made arrangements to buy the car. If the car was going to be roadworthy, we thought we would try to drive it back.
Does it open?
Yeah. And it's got Recaro seats in it now, and a Momo steering wheel and video gauges. It's some of the stuff he took out before he gave it to his grandson.
Wow.
They're all focused on the Watergate hearing. One afternoon, Goldwater and two congressmen went to Nixon and spoke with him privately. He drove this car on the property through the gates of the White House, and he went and told Nixon that basically your time's up. You've lost the Republican side of the support, and it's time to think about hanging it up. And the very next day, Nixon resigned. We have footage of him the day before he going through the gates in the White House. You can still see his little ham radio antenna on the top of it, and it was black at the time. The car was originally a black car. He later painted it red. But you can see him driving through the gates. It's a very short clip, but it's on the HBO special called Goldwater on Goldwater. Mr. Conservative, I think it is. And you can still see just a little clip of him driving the car. But he loved this car. He called it Spot. It was his pet Spot. Somebody had a standing offer. They offered me $1,000 for his personalized license plate that had his ham radio call letters on it. His little red Arizona license plate. Somebody stole one of them, but I still had one. And generously, the guy who is buying the car from me, he allowed me to keep one because he knew somebody in D.C. had offered me $1,000 for the license tag. So I sent it to the dentist who collects tags up there. But it's going to be leaving here in a month or so, this car.
Wow.
That's really
I thought I'd include this for the end of this video here. This is off of the AMC forum, and a lot of very useful information on this thing. This little, what do you call it? The strand or the thread. That's what it's called. The thread. It's called Doug's 70 AMX build. And if you go down, this is on the 16th page of this thread, and his name is Doherty AMX. This is, like I said, just the 70, and he's trying to figure out how to route fuel lines. I thought I'll just include this. It's cool that it has this picture showing how he did this mount for his carburetor. And you could see right here they have a line going in for a vacuum line. I don't know if this is tied into the brake booster, but that's his car. You should have seen it. There's tons of body filler. He took it to a body shop and they redid all these rear quarters, all new metal and all. A lot better job than I would be able to do. But it cleaned up quite a bit better than had that whole thing painted and cleaned up. Showing his new caps for his 15-inch AMC wheels. I like this shot right here. This is another one from Vancouver, British Columbia AMX Dreamer. But it's a good shot there, showing how I liked all this. Showing all the details. It'd be nice to have all these details whenever if I ever get to this point. Here's a windshield wiper motor. The carb routed all his plug wires, his fuel lines, and I think it just has stock cast iron intake manifold. But then the coil over there, and then it's got a AC condenser. That's the power steering pump over there. I just thought it was kind of cool that it would be nice to have this information in the future. I think that's about it on this. Alright, bye. I came across this gem here. It's the title of the video is AMX Detail, published November 7th, 2021 by Ivan Benik. But it's the name he is very correctly named for this video, because the detail they show on this AMX is I never seen detailed this much, even to the undercarriage. I'll show you. He's running the engine now, and I like this part here just to show the detail of that engine compartment. Pretty phenomenal detail.
Alrighty, so as promised, we're going to show you this AMX in its entirety. Ready for some detail? Gotta put it on safety locks. Here we go. I told you the whole thing was done. So there we are. A little bit of the floor detail work. All right. American Racing stainless steel exhaust. So, how do you say detail? With a capital D? Give me my stool. Oh yeah, there it is. So yeah, we've made it a little easier to get around. Alrighty. So yeah, this is off the gun. So it's a sprayed finish underneath. He didn't want to polish it, the lazy bugger. Alright. So does that look like a brand new build? Better than factory ever had it, I'm thinking. Hey, he asked me to shoot the video of the bottom end. The guy's gonna do it. So yeah, there you go. It looks like it's never been fixed, and all the seams that normally nothing happens to them, they've been seam sealed, every single seam on this car. So that's probably a couple of days.
Anyway, I had to include this. Pretty impressive detail.
The factory spot
All right.
bolts. I insisted on
See you next time.
because
Bye.
about anybody in their